What's up guys, NepentheZ here, and NepentheZ, that's not... What is with the lighting today? I broke my lamp, guys. What an intro. Welcome to the video. Welcome to this awful video. It's light outside. I've got one light here and one light here on. My lamp I broke. I did order the halo light that will go behind that will illuminate me. I will look like an angel eventually. I broke my lamp. It usually sits on a glass table, and I literally just watching the what was it? Maybe the FA Cup final. Popped my feet up on the glass table. My big toe just caught the lamp, tipped it over, and the bulb smashed. So I haven't got a spare bulb. It's like a special bulb. But yeah. So for today, I mean, it doesn't help that I'm wearing black either. It just doesn't help. Production quality low. Anyway, welcome to the video. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you enjoy it. What you saw there, by the way, guys, was me trying something. I tested something out. I bought consumables through the week at prices I thought were reasonable, and then sold them on for a little bit more. I bought all of the Hunter and Shadow cards at 4,500 or as low as 4,200 if I managed to snipe them, and sold them for 5,000 coins. It's not necessarily the most incredible, profitable technique, for the simple fact that I made like 300 coins a card, and you have to spend, you know, you're basically getting rid of 4,500 coins to make 300 coins. It's not the greatest return. However, for the anchors, I bought the anchors for 12 to 1,400 and sold them for 24 to 2,500. So I made 1,000 coins a card. So I don't know. I might look into. I feel like this late stage in FIFA. I feel like not Inform. I feel like consumable market is a good place to make some coins. But I want to do a little bit more testing on it first before I decide fully what I'm going to do and whether I'm even going to invest or not. I don't know. I don't know. What I've got for the first bit of the video here, dudes, is packs. I did lots of the French League One upgrade packs, both the premium and the premium upgrade. And the reason why is because I want to show you something. I think the next pack, yeah, so this is a premium players pack, so this one doesn't count. I want to show you one of the non-premium player packs, because during the day, or during certain times of the days, depending on lightning rounds, etc., stuff like that, you can get players for around 800 coins a piece, which means for 11 players that you need to complete the team, it's 8,800 coins, give or take. For an overall note, as we get our first team of the season of the video, for an overall note, let's say 9,000 coins for a pack. So you get 9,000 coins, you get 3 rares and 9 commons in that pack. Now, on average, you will get... Oh, this was out of the 7.5k pack as well. Yeah, so there you go. Look at that. On average, you will get 3 gold rares. Every now and then, you'll get a silver rare. Every now and then, you get 2 silver rares. But over the amount I've opened, you do mostly get 3 gold rares. So that means you only need to get 8 players going forwards. In the 7.5k packs, because you get 9 commons, you basically get a common for free every time. But other than 2 players, but those 2 players will cost you 600 to 700 coins, or if you've got them from the upgrades and stuff. But like give or take, you're looking at about let's even give it 1,000 coins. Let's say 1,000 coins. So basically, for 10,000 coins, you get one of the 25k packs and one of the 7.5k packs. Then, as I say, you get 3 rares, 9 commons back, and then from the 7.5k pack, you get potentially 3 rares in there. One potentially no rares, but you get guaranteed 3 players. Which then, after you open the next 25k pack, those 3 commons that you might get, or rares or whatever, will go into there as well, so it makes it cheaper. And you get consumables that don't earn you necessarily money, but save you money. So they save you, like, you might get fitness cards, you might get chemistry styles, you might get free packs, draft tokens, coin unlocks. And it works out, in my opinion, a cost of about 4,000 to 5,000 coins per pack. And I think that's alright. You know, obviously, you don't see the money straight away because it's savings as well. Not necessarily, you know, you might end up spending 8,000 coins a pack, but because of what you save, next time you needed a fitness card, oh, I don't need to go and buy a fitness card now because I've already got a squad fitness card. You've saved yourself 1,400 coins. So that's 1,400 coins you now have that you wouldn't have had previously. So it's a weird way to balance it and look at it. But generally speaking, it feels like it costs around 4,000 to 5,000 coins per pack, and I think that's very, very reasonable. But anyway, I wanted to show you loads of the packs as we got our second team of the season there, and he came in as a common card as well. So we've got 2 of these blues now over, what have I opened, like 6 or 7 packs here. Like these were the first packs that I did. I didn't do any more previously. So that's pretty damn awesome. But yeah, so we've got 2 blues. Now I've got some comments. You're going to see more packs for a while, and then we're going to go into gameplay. Some of the comments I've got are gameplay and team related, and hopefully as the video goes into the gameplay, we will go on to that. But the first comment is from Afio246, and he says, and this is more about gameplay, but this had a lot of thumbs up and a lot of responses and replies. So I feel like it's a fair comment to not necessarily to address, but definitely one that I would like to talk about. He says, "Hey Nep, I used to sit down and watch these videos every night or afternoon, but recently I've stopped. I'm a bit frustrated, to be honest. You are a very capable FIFA player. You could easily get top 100 if you put your heart to it. I know that you say you're not a pro, and well, I don't say I'm not a pro, I'm actually not a pro. You can't keep yourself composed over 40 games, but this is a wrong mentality. A man can only be good as he believes he can be. You need to believe that you can do well to do well." There's a lot wrong with this comment, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. And this isn't excuses or anything like that. It's just there's just a lot of like really bad logic in this comment. First of all, it seems like Afio is suggesting that he's watched all for the last 9 months or 8 months. He's watched every episode, and only now he's getting frustrated that I can't make it to the top 100, even though I've never made it to the top 100 previously. And it's for me, it's like you're saying that this is a FUT Champs to glory. This is a road to glory. This is about everything encompassing in FIFA. The SBCs, the draft that we've been doing recently, divisions of which we've won Division 1 multiple times. I think I've won Division 1 like 7 times now. Like, this isn't just FUT Champs gameplay or bust. You know, this is my interpretation of a road to glory throughout the whole of FIFA. So if you were here anyway and have watched every single video every single night, you've massively misunderstood what the series was about, and maybe that's my fault for not portraying it correctly. But to say I could easily get top 100 if I put my heart into it is just wrong. I have tried so hard. I don't have the mental fatigue, like the mental capabilities to stay on top of my game for that long. What your logic is the only way I can kind of explain this is, like, let's say you've got a 100-meter sprinter and he's the fastest 100-meter sprinter in the world, and he can sprint 100 meters and he'll win it no problem. You know, Usain Bolt. Let's say I'm Usain Bolt in one game and I can win it. But then you say to Usain Bolt, now I want you to win the 100-meter sprint 40 times over the next 3 days, and at attempt like 37, you're like, dude, you're way slower than you was before. What happened? I saw you do it earlier. You've just got to put your mind to it, and if you think you can win the race, you can win the race. But his body is saying, I'm tired, my muscles are tired, my muscles are fatigued. And in the same way FIFA is, I can play at my best ability for about 8 games, 8 to 10 games. After that, I just get mentally fatigued with FIFA. The little frustrations of the game start pulling in. I can't stay focused on a video game for that long a time, for over a period of 4, 5, 6 hours. I just can't do it. So to say that if I can just believe that I'll do it, I'll do it. If that's the case, why doesn't literally everybody go 40-0? You know what I mean? Because it's not just mentality. It's a lot. It's not just to say, oh, if I think I'll do it, I'll do it. I think I'm going to be a millionaire in the next 1 second. Still not. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a very obscure way to look at things. I believe I believe I'm a top quality FIFA player, and I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet or anything. I've beaten a lot of the top 100 dudes. I've beaten the odd pro here or there throughout the year. I just don't have the consistency to be a top 100 player. I don't have the mentality to stay there. And just to say as simple as just believe that you can do it, that doesn't work. You know, what I do with Road to Glory, with streaming, with my main channel, with playing 40 games in a weekend, with being a dad, like having a life, I feel like if I didn't do YouTube, or if I didn't do 2 channels and stream, I feel like I would have a better opportunity of getting top 100, because I could spend a lot longer during the day playing games than making videos and stuff like that. For example, right now I'm making this video. If I wasn't making a video and I didn't have to upload it and do all the metadata and get everything like the thumbnail prepared and things like that, that's like a 2 to 3 hour period where I could have just played 1 to 2 games casually and not got mentally fatigued. But I have very small pockets of time throughout the weekend to force as many games in as I possibly can, and if I don't get them done, I won't finish the games. And at that point, that's why I get mentally fatigued whilst playing this game, because instead of me playing like 3 or 4 games, going shopping for a few hours, coming back and playing 3 or 4 more games, going and doing something else for an hour or two, going and watch a TV show for an hour, playing 3 or 4 more games, that's great, but I can't do that because I don't have the time. A lot of other people, they have a lot more time on their hands, and that's my decision. But if it wasn't that decision, this Road to Glory wouldn't exist, because this is where the time goes. It goes into making this this video. So 40 games is just too many for me. It's just too many to play at my best ability over time. And in fact, this current weekend league is currently 5:30 in the afternoon on Sunday. You'll be seeing this video at 10 o'clock as per usual, and I've still got 20 games left. I don't know how I'm going to fit 20 games in, especially given the fact that I've just explained to you I can't play more than 7 or 8 games without getting mentally fatigued with FIFA. So now, I already had a bad start to the week. I actually had a really good start to the weekend. I think we get to 13-3 in today's video. I was 12-2, I then went to 13-3. So I was 13-3 after 16 games. Do you know how many games I was after 20 games? I was 14-6. And that was because I went 7-0 Friday. I then got to 13-3 on Saturday, which was 6 wins and 3 losses, which is 9 games, which, as I'm saying to you, is like the just where my capacity is. And then after those 9 games, I played 4 more games, and I only won 1 of them and lost 3 of them, because I just can't deal with that much FIFA in that short a period of time. So this evening, I'm going to try and grind through as many games as possible. Hopefully a lot of rage quits will come because it's late in the day. But first of all, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish all 20 games just because I'm running out of time. And second of all, if I do finish all 20 games, I don't know what kind of quality the gameplay will be, because after I've already played 5 games of FIFA today, because I did a draft of another video for my main channel where I already played 5 games of FIFA. So after I get 5 or 8 games in again now, I'm going to be already at the point where I'm like, this is just so much FIFA. So I don't know what the quality of that is going to be. I take on point the fact that people might get frustrated with me not getting top 100, but I'm just not a top 100 caliber player. I'm just not. I've learned to accept it throughout this year. You know, the start of the year, I really thought I could progress on. I really thought I'd be able to push on. I thought eventually everything would fall right for me and I'd be able to get into the top 100 once or twice, or at least start hitting Elite 1 more consistently. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. You know, 30 wins is about my benchmark. Sometimes a couple more, sometimes a couple less. On a weekend like this, it'll be probably a couple less. But 30 wins is my benchmark. And I set myself up to have the best opportunity to get Elite this week, because you do get a League 1 Team of the Season pack for finishing in Elite. So if I can finish Elite 3, if I can get 29 wins, I will get 2 Team of the Seasons that will be tradable from the League 1 Team of the Season. That's amazing for me, because if I get lucky and pull a Lacazette or a Cavani or someone worth 300,000 or 400,000 coins, that would be huge for the series. Of course, if I get unlucky and get 2 absolute deadbeats, I still get 40,000 coins from that, like from discard value. So I really did and do want to get to Elite this week. I'm struggling to enjoy the game. I was talking about this on Friday on stream. I was 7-0 on Friday on stream, and I stopped playing because I was struggling to enjoy the game. And I don't want to force myself to put in content and put in time on this game to give bad content. I don't want to sit here and say, oh, I'm going to force myself to play all 40 games. I won't enjoy it, which means the content will generally be at a lower quality, which means you won't enjoy it and it wouldn't be good for anyone. You know, so yes, I would love to finish Elite this week. I will try my best to finish Elite this week, and if I miss it, I need 28 wins a week over the next 5 weeks on average to get Elite 1 for the month, which I want to do. So if I finish on 26 or 27 wins this weekend league, then I'm going to have some catching up to do over the next few weeks. But I am going to try my best. It's so hard to manage the time in like I say, running 2 full-time YouTube channels, streaming a lot more right now, which you know, for me is a lot of fun. I enjoy the streaming aspect. I enjoy the interaction with the viewers on stream, and you know, having a family, being a dad, and having to play 40 games of Foot Champs. I am struggling to find the time. We'll see how it goes, dudes. We'll see how it goes. But don't believe that. I don't think don't believe that I'm giving up or anything. I invested so much into FIFA earlier on in the year that right now it's hard to keep doing that same grind. You know, it gets boring. I know a lot of people stopped playing FUT Champs because of how long and how boring it got. A lot of people stopped last month. A lot of people have stopped this month. Bateson has stopped playing FUT Champs. This is a month where he can get video titles and you know, Bateson gets top 100 from time to time, like far more often than me. I think he's got top 100 like 5 or 6 times over the year. And in top 100, you'd get 6 team of the season cards. And he's just said, no, I don't want to do it. He's had enough. Now, for someone who's got top 100 monthly and weekly multiple times and is generally very, very good at FIFA, for him to turn around and say, I've had enough, you can imagine when playing on a Road to Glory account where I don't have the luxuries of any player in the game that I want. Don't get me wrong, my team is spectacular, but I don't have the luxuries of any game that I want. You can understand perhaps why it might be a situation where it's like, dude, this is just so much. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try. You know, as I say, it's currently 5:30. I've got 20 games. If I get some rage quits in, some early rage quits, I might be able to get in the 20 games. Even if I can't, even if I get to just gold 2 or gold 1. If I manage to scrape up to 25 wins, I'd be happy with that. Because I would only be a few wins short of the curve that I need to get Elite 1. And although I wouldn't have made Elite 3 for the week, I would have still got a really good reward of 50,000 coins and 2 100k packs. It just depends how much I can fit in, dudes, honestly. But anyway, moving on to a few other comments. Jack McKay says, Net, maybe an idea, stream your opening bronze packs until you get Mbappe. I would never stream that. I haven't even packed Mbappe's silver card in a bronze pack. So to pack his team of the season card in a bronze pack would be very, very, very unlikely. I'm not going to lie. Liam says, hey Net, what is your opinion on not re-releasing Sansone? I think he means Sanson. Personally, I was going to buy him, but thought I may pack him. If I didn't, his price will decrease. Love to hear your opinion. Likes and Net. I don't know, dude. I don't know why they chose not to re-release him. They re-released certain players from Most Consistent. They didn't release a couple players from Most Consistent. Like, I genuinely just don't know why they didn't. I couldn't give you a logical explanation as to why they did do for some and they didn't do for another. Dylan Evans says, Net, please tweet EA about Alex Hunter upgrade thing you talked about in a past video. I think it will give the FIFA community something to do other than FUT Champs and have fun in the game. Love your videos. Yeah, unfortunately, dude, like a tweet from me or a video or anything like that wouldn't do anything. Even if the EA devs were sitting there thinking, man, that would be a really good idea, it has to go through a whole legal process of everything. Like, it's not as simple as, wow, it's got hello? What is... It just got way dark for no reason. Yeah, it's not a case of if I tweet them, they'll do it. I wish it were that simple, bro, but unfortunately it's not. Johan Kalashe says, hey Net, if matchmaking is dependent on your win streak, does that mean that you can play a game in FUT Champs, completely smash someone, then go to another game like singles match, lose it, and reset your win streak so that you get paired up with someone who has lost a game? I don't know. I don't know if matchmaking is just during FUT Champs. I don't know if matchmaking takes into consideration your overall FIFA results, you know, your division results and things like that. Honestly, this is... Look, when I put my hand up, perfect lighting. Hand goes away. Really bad light. What is that? That's crazy. Anyway, I wish we knew more about how matchmaking worked, because it seems to be just crazy. It seems to be crazy. The Epic Gecko says, hey Net, not to be rude, but you told us not to build a team around someone you pack, but in my Silver 2 rewards I packed Purple Totti, so built a 50k team around him, and honestly it's the best team I've used this year. I don't know why you'd think that that was being rude. I didn't tell you not to build a team around someone you packed. It's just my advice through the year from what I've learned and what I've experienced is that if you pack something even like semi-decent, or if you pack something that's quite good, potentially better than something that you already have, but you have to change your whole team for it, it will generally come out as a negative experience. You know, like if you packed, say for example, the 95 Cavani, and you've got a full Premier League untradeable setup. Now you're like, damn, this 95 Cavani is better than any current striker that I have. I would love to use him. Okay, well now you have to get rid of potentially Player of the Month Son, potentially Player of the Month Hazard, potentially the 90 rated Heung-min Son. So you could be sitting there like, okay, so to fit this Cavani in, not only do I now have to go and buy something that's going to fit in an area that I already had, I also lose the player that I had in that area. And then, does that player, that new player, do they fit with the people that you had in midfield? If they don't, you now have to take out Player of the Year Kante or Player of the Year Dele Alli to fit in Sanson, or, oh, I've got Ben Arthur in the club, I'll throw him in. And just generally speaking, if you use things that you pack, you will end up just messing with your team far too much. And I've just done it so many times myself this year that from my experience, it's better in many areas to do what AA does. And AA is just like, look, I've got untradeable Premier League players, I'm just going to focus on the Premier League. The odd occasion he'll buy someone else from somewhere else and fit them into a team, but generally speaking, he doesn't do that. But yeah, that's just my experience, dude. Sharan Prasad says 100 rated Ronaldo. Won't happen, dude. It just won't happen. They don't have the capabilities to make 100 rated players in the game right now. Pruther12 with the last comment of the day says, don't always go with logic, Nep. Use your instincts. Maybe you will never know about how chem styles work or what stats mean, so try different things and do what works best. Try using midfielders with good defensive stats and don't jump to conclusions so quickly. You will definitely get top 100. And this is what I wanted to end on this comment, because it's another team building comment, another comment about team. And in your your opinion of don't always go with logic, use your instinct. This is where I find that people who kind of like tell me that I've done wrong by putting someone like Diego Costa in centre midfield, like the way I feel in game, the things that I feel in game, I feel that Diego Costa just suits the way I play in game. People had suggested to me a lot that by putting a defensive-minded midfield in, you would do better in FUT Champs, because that's something that I lacked in my team as an overall component. And I took that advice on board. You know, AA told me the same thing. A few pros had suggested something very similar. Inception had suggested something very similar. And so this week, I now have a midfield of Stindl, who's got very, very quality defensive stats and medium work rates. Dele Alli with a shadow card, who makes him have very, very good defensive stats as well. And Dendoncker with an anchor card, which makes him at like 97 defending. He's got medium-high work rates and 6'2" tall. And guess what? After 20 games, I'm still in the same spot as where I normally am, between 14 and 16 wins. So it hasn't made a single shred of difference. I could have had Diego Costa there and it would have made a difference. The only good argument that people have came up against with that is that my defence this week is slower than normal. Yep, still got Bellerin. Got Plattenhart, who's fine, but my two centre-backs have 72 and 72 pace each with a shadow card, so I think that takes them up to 82 pace each, whereas in previous weeks, I would have had Smalling starting on 77 pace, Ogbonna starting on 82 or 83 pace, going up to the 90s, Eric Bailly on the 82 pace. Like, my centre-back pairing is considerably slower. So there is something to be said that potentially what I should do is go back to a fast defence, a really defensive-minded midfielder, and then my attackers, and test that out. So we'll do that next weekend league. That's what I'll do. I'm going to finish off these games. I'm going to see out the games I've got this weekend league with the team that I started with, because I'm actually enjoying the team. But yeah, for next weekend, we'll go back to a super quick defence, a really strong defensive-minded midfield, and a good attack. But if next weekend I again get the real similar sort of output, where even with a super quick defence and a good midfield and a good, good defensive-minded midfield and a strong attack, if I still end up finishing on the same 30 wins or so, it goes back all the way back to what we were talking about at the start of the video with the dude that said that it's just my mentality, and to the point where it is just the fact that, again, it doesn't matter what team I have, I'm capable with any team, and I've shown that. But once I get fatigued, which is what we dubbed it as on stream, F-U-T, like fatigued, once I've played too much FIFA, or once I let the frustrations of FIFA get in my head, doesn't matter. I could have a 99 rated attribute card boosted hack team, and I'd still go on and lose games just because I don't have the mental fortitude to stay playing at my top ability. That's kind of where I'm at with that. But in terms of saying, like, use your instinct and stuff, people recommend so much. Like AA said to me, like, the 4-2-3-1 works really well for him. I tried the 4-2-3-1 many times, and I'm not effective with it. Like, I've been most consistent over time with the 4-3-2-1 this year. I tried the 4-1-2-1-2 wide. I tried the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Last weekend, we did the 4-4-2. I finished 28-8 after 36 games last weekend with the 4-4-2 formation. Like, I've tried other formations, but I am the most consistent and the most effective with the 4-3-2-1. Not only because, for me, it just works. I enjoy having the left forward, right forward striker combo, but it allows me to easily transition into other formations should I need to. If I notice I do need a cam or I do need a CDM, I've got everything within the 6 attacking players that I've got to be able to switch into absolutely any scenario that I would want. So at this stage, dudes, we were 12-3, I believe. 12-3, which is decent. You know, as I said to you guys, like, I played all this FIFA that you see here today. I played it all on Saturday. So from going from 12-3 to 13-6. Sorry, 14-6. In fact, going from 13-3, which is where I was. I win this game. We go 13-3. So to move from 13-3 to 14-6. It was a Saturday curse, and at 13-3, I was 6-3. I was 6-3 over the Saturday, which isn't too bad. You know, it's not the greatest Saturday I've ever had, but it's not the worst Saturday. It was keeping me online for a really, really strong finish. But then I went and lost 3 more out of the next 4 games. So this Saturday again, I finished with 7 wins and 6 losses, and all the losses came at the tail end of the games. And again, it just goes back to that whole thing, like, it's so bad for me because people say, oh, if you struggle on Saturdays, do 20 on Friday and 20 on Sunday. But as I explained, I can't do 20 in a day. It's just too many games for me. But on Saturday, for some reason, I seem to just collapse on Saturdays. And it's been the same thing. And maybe it's mentality. Maybe I'm just weak-minded. Maybe that's the truth. Maybe I just can't compete with... Maybe the matchmaking kicks in after a certain period of time. And, you know, after 8 to 10 games, and then I struggle because I just get matched up against better opponents. Maybe my team isn't, like, fully rounded. Maybe my play style is just really easily readable. I don't know what the true answer is. You know, we spent the whole year trying to figure it out. And so far, we haven't come to an ultimate conclusion of this is what you need to do to help boost your play. So that's pretty sad. However, I finished with a win on today's video. I think I enjoy topics of conversation like this because it inspires me to want to do better. Like after playing the games, after watching the games and making the video today, I now want to just go and destroy these 20 games that I've got left. I want to go out there and just be like, yeah, let me just murder everyone that's coming. Let me just demolish everyone in my path and get 20 wins and finish 34-6. That would be fantastic. Probably not going to happen, but I've been on a 20-win streak before, so it's not impossible. This, though, dudes, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy this, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.